This is Tim with Great Lakes Fly, and today I'm going to be talking about the Suzuki 2018 Df6 6 horsepower outboard motor. Had it for probably 4 months, so I wanted to wait a little bit to do kind of a overview or review on it. This video is going to kind of show a couple things. Shows me driving in it, talk about how fast I'm going to be going or how fast it'll go with the type of boat I'm using. Go around and show some of the features. Got a spot to hook up, gas line, the kill switch, choke. Obviously that's how you do your speed. This tightens the arm here. There's another thing to tighten the rotation, which is back here. If you lift it up, this is how you would, well really, this side is how you would release it. Forward, back, this turns on the upper tank or turns to the gas line, so you can see that there. So that's pretty basic, but I really like this motor for the type of boat I'm using. Let's see, it's a Saturn 12.5 foot boat. It's usually weighed, I say in the part where I'm driving, maybe 300-400 pounds, but I'm gonna guess around 500. I was able to get a top speed of about 15 miles per hour on a flat day. I had to sit up in the front of the boat to plane properly. If I sat in the back, I just can't get this thing to angle right, and it goes maybe about 9 or 10, which I talk about that, saying that's my max speed. But the actual max speed at the end of the day was about 15, 14-ish was about the average. I was measuring that using an app called iBoat, which is pretty accurate. So I'm gonna pop the hood off here and just show where you put the oil in, which if you don't buy one of these with everything already in it, filled up with the fluids, then you're gonna have to do it yourself. Obviously here's the gas tank, unscrew that to fill that up. Holds 1 liter, and this is what you unscrew to get the oil. It's 0.7 liters or 0.73 quarts or 23 ounces, fluid ounces to fill, and that's from their website. There's an upper and lower limit. It shows on here. You're not going to be able to see it because it's just because of the color of it. But if you do overfill it, which I did the first time, because when you're filling it, the reading you get on this little dipstick is not going to be accurate and it's going to seem like it's low. So I went to Walmart and I bought this thing for $3 and pulled out what I needed to, and then I let it sit for a while, let it sit for a day to make sure I had an accurate reading. You probably don't need to do it that long, but first time filling it up, it's got a lot of crevices to fill. So those are just kind of the couple things I want to talk about before I go to me driving it. But overall, it's been a really good motor. I think it's worth the money if you're looking for a 6-horse. Suzuki is one of the more affordable but quality motors. Things that it doesn't have the low oil light, which would be kind of nice, but if you just check it, you'll be fine. Just check it after every big trip or every couple trips and you'll be fine. Other than that though, I mean, if I had to buy one of these again, I'd do it, or if I wanted to buy a bigger motor, I'd go Suzuki. Alright, startup on this thing's really easy. You always have to have the safety shut-off little key, or I don't know what you call the thing, but that's always got to be engaged. You can't have it in forward or reverse. It won't let you start the engine, which I think is really smart because, I don't know, it's just good that they don't allow it to be in gear. I'm actually using the top 1 liter tank. I get, if I'm trolling around going 3-4 miles per hour, I can get about an hour and a half out of a 1 liter. I carry a 2-gallon gas tank with me, and I usually don't even use a gallon in 5 hours of just continuous running. And that's like trolling on a lake continuously. To start it, let's see here. You don't always, after it's been running, I usually don't have to choke out, but there is this kind of weird where you pull it once and it's kind of got to engage. And then the next one, let's see. Oh, that wasn't very good. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. So I got to engage it. Start it. No big deal. But yeah, there's 2 motions you have to do. You pull it until you feel it kind of tug, then you go back, and then you can yank it. Maybe it's just my motor. I've never actually had that with motors, but this is my first new one. But before you give it a good yank where it's going to engage the engine, you've got to kind of like set it, put it back, and then give it a pull, just like I did. Alright, so probably weighs, with me in it and everything, close to 300 pounds, maybe 350, 400, pushing it. This is not top speed. There's top speed. I think if this thing could plane a little better, I could hit 10 to 15, but I'm only going about 8 or 9 miles per hour. So, you know, that's what the Suzuki Df6 is doing. A lot of guys measure in kilometers, which make it seem like it's going a lot faster, 15, 20 kilometers, but I'm really only doing about 8 to 10 miles per hour, which I'm happy with in my 12 foot.